Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wasallam. Inshallah, today we will study 26th ruku of Surah Al-Baqarah. However, first of all, let's review what we studied in the previous ruku. The first thing was that anyone performing Hajj is required to avoid sexual intimacy, breach of discipline, argumentation, and to take along sufficient provisions along with him. Number two, while performing various rituals, one is to keep his focus on the real purpose. Number three, a few people seek reward of their deeds in this world and they get it. However, there is nothing for them in the hereafter. And there are a few who seek goodness both in this world and hereafter. While there are hypocrites, they don't follow the prescribed instructions and keep following their own desires. Number four, the appreciable category of the people of Hajj are those who find satisfaction of their hearts in remembrance of Allah Almighty. Now, let's start our today's session by praying from Allah Almighty to give us true understanding of the Holy Quran by the grace of Nabi Pak Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Surah Al-Baqarah, Ruku number 26, and that is from verses 211 to 216. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Sal Bani Israila, ask the children of Israel. Kam atainhum min ayatim bayjana, how many a sign of enlightenment we have given them. وَمَن يُبَدِّلْ نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ مِن بَعْدِ مَا جَاءَتْهُ, and whoever changes favor of Allah Almighty after it has come to him, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ شَدِيدُ الْعِقَابِ, then indeed Allah is severe in chastising. The first underlined word, sal, question or ask. Second underlined word, come, how many? Now this is an established fact that Bani Israel, sometimes called children of Israel, were given many signs of evidence. And as long as they adhered to the commands of Allah and used His blessings as per prescribed methods and commands, they flourished. But when they started deviations and used those blessings for fulfillment of their somatic desires, and in spite of being reminded time and again, they didn't alter their course, they were punished. As Surah Al-Ma'idah, that is chapter 5, verse 66, describes their state of affairs in the following words. And if they had upheld the Torah, the gospel, and what was revealed to them from their Lord, they would have consumed from above them and from beneath their feet. Among them are few moderate community, but many of them, evil is that which they do. Zujjana lilladhina kafarul hayatu dunya, beautified for those who negate is worldly life. Wajaskaruna min alladhina amanu, and they ridicule those who believe. Wallazina taqaw fawqam yawmal qiyamah, and those who remain mindful of Allah are above them in the day of resurrection. Wallahu yarzuqu man yasha'u bighairi hisab, and Allah Almighty gives provisions whoever wills without account. The first underlined word, zujena, decorated, embellished, and second underlined word, yaskharun, they mock, they ridicule. No, indeed, for non-believers, worldly life is extremely charming and alluring, and they mock believers who are seeking higher values. Now, apparently, these believers may be lacking in wealth and strength. However, they don't use foul means to get worldly gains. They remain watchful about their conduct in all matters of life and avoid thorns of worldly life. And ultimately, they will gain superiority, and Allah Almighty would grant them sustenance without stint according to His laws. Kana nasu ummatan wahida. Mankind was one community. فَبَعَثَ اللَّهُ النَّبِيِّينَ مُبَشِّرِينَ وَمُنذِرِينَ. Thus Allah sent prophets as bringers of glad tidings and warners. وَأَنزَلَ مَعَهُمُ الْكِتَابَ بِالْحَقِّ, and sent down with them the book with truth. لِيَحْكُمَ بَيْنَ النَّاسِ فِيمَا اخْتَلَفُوا فِيهِ, so as to judge between the people in what they differed. The first underlined word, wahida, single, one. The second underlined word, faba'asa, so raised or appointed. Liyahkuma, so as to magistrate. Now, mankind were one community, but they created mutual differences which could not be resolved by means of human intellect. Therefore, Allah Almighty sent His prophets along with divine books. Now, these prophets gave glad tidings to those who followed the path of truth, and they warned the wrongdoers about consequences of their evil deeds. The purpose was to re-establish the society in which life and property of all people are protected. Surah Yunus, that is chapter 10, verse 19, elaborates, and mankind wasn't but one community. Then they differed, and had it not been a word that went forth from your Lord, it had been settled between them in respect of that wherein they differ. The verse continues, وَمَا اخْتَلَفَ فِيهِ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ أُوتُوهُ, and didn't differ in it except those who were given it. مِن بَعْدِ مَا جَاءَتْهُمُ الْبَيِّنَاتُ بَغْيًا بَيْنَهُم, after enlightenment had come to them out of jealousy amongst themselves. فَهَدَى اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا لِمَا اخْتَلَفُوا فِيهِ مِنَ الْحَقِّ بِإِذْنِهِ. So Allah guided those who believed regarding what they differed in truth by His permission. وَاللَّهُ يَهْدِي مَن يَشَاءُ إِلَى صِرَاطٍ مُسْتَقِيمٍ, and Allah Almighty guides whoever wills to Sirat Mustaqim, the path of consistence. Now, after the departure of prophets who had accomplished their task, their followers again created differences in their desires to outdo and outstrive each other. However, all those people who remained steadfast and adhered to the divine code, they were able to resolve their differences by adhering to the divine laws and in the light of the guidance which was provided in the divine books. So that's how Allah Almighty guides to right path to all those who seek it, who strive for it. Am hasibtum an tadkhulul jannah, or do you consider that you will enter paradise? وَلَمَّا يَأْتِكُم مَّثَلُ الَّذِينَ خَلَوْا مِن قَبْلِكُم, while hasn't come to you like those who passed away before you. مَسَّتْهُمُ الْبَأْسَاءُ وَالضَّرَّاءُ وَزُلْزِلُوا, touched them adversity and hardship, and they were shaken. The first underlined word, hasibtum, do you expect or do you anticipate? Massatum, affected them. And the last underlined word, zulzilu, dazed, shaken. Now, do you think that you will be able to enter the paradise, which is a state of peace and tranquility and free of dissension, without being facing any hardship and difficulties. There is a purpose of these tests, as the challenges bring out the actual worth and make evident true believers and others. Surah Al Imran, that is chapter 3, verse 141, that guides us. This is how Allah enabled the true believers to emerge stronger after every challenge and cause the rejectors of divine laws to wither away. Surah Tawbah, that is chapter 9, verse 16 states, do you think that you will be left alone while Allah hasn't made evident those among you and who strive and don't take other than Him, His messengers, and the believers as intimates, and Allah is acquainted with what you do. So all those who succeeded earlier went through a variety of harsh conditions and enormous difficulties. The verse continues, Hatta yakula rasulu walladina amanu ma'ahu, until said messenger and those who believed with him, Mata nasrullah, when is the help of Allah? Allah, inna nasrallahi kareeb, be it known, indeed the help of Allah Almighty is near. The first underlined word, Mata, when? Nasrallah, help of Allah Almighty. Now, earlier, believers were jolted to an extent that messenger and the believers who were with him said, when is the help of Allah? Meaning, when would our efforts bear fruit? An example of their tests is mentioned in Surah Al-Ahzab, that is chapter 33, verse 10. They came upon you from above you, and from below you, and when eyes were terrified, and the hearts quivered to throats, and you began to entertain doubts about Allah. Surah As-Saf, that is chapter 61, verse 13, states about nearness of help of Allah. And another, that you love help from Allah Almighty and an imminent conquest, and give glad tidings to the believers. Yasalunaka madha yunfikun, they ask you what they should spend. Kul ma anfaqtum min khairin, say whatever you spend of good. Falil walidaini wal akrabina wal yatama wal masakine wabnis sabil, is for parents and relatives and orphans and the needy and the wayfarer. وَمَا تَفْعَلُوا مِنْ خَيْرٍ فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ بِهِ عَلِيمٌ, and whatever you do of good, so indeed Allah is all knowing of it. The first underlined phrase, maza, what? Al-Akrabin, family members, the near relatives. Now this question is from believers who want to spend in way of Allah Almighty by giving financial sacrifice as a first step in the path of truth. Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 209 answers that what is to be spent. And they ask you what they should spend. Say, the excess beyond your needs. Thus, Allah makes clear to you the signs that you might reflect. Now, what you give shall go to your parents, family members, and near relatives, helpless who doesn't have any means of living, and those poor and needy people who have insufficient means and needy travelers. Now, it's primarily the purity of intention which matters, and it's not the amount which is in question. Allah Almighty is fully aware what lies in our hearts and in our minds. Kutiba alaykumul qitalu wa huwa kurhun lakum. Fighting has been prescribed upon you while it is hateful to you. Wa asa an takrahu shay'an wa huwa khairul lakum. And perhaps you hate a thing and it is good for you. وَعَسَىٰ أَن تُحِبُّوا شَيْئًا وَهُوَ شَرٌّ لَكُمْ. And perhaps you love a thing and it is harmful for you. وَاللَّهُ يَعْلَمُ وَأَنْتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. And Allah Almighty knows while you don't know. The first underlined word, al-qital, war or fighting. Kurhun, dislike or you hate. Khairun, noble or decent. Asa, maybe or possibly. And the last underlined word, sharrun, hurtful. Now, in the next stage of your journey in the path of truth, you may be required to sacrifice even your life. So, under certain conditions, war is made obligatory upon you to fight against those who fight you. As Surah Al-Baqarah, that is chapter 2, verse 190 states, fight in the way of Allah against those who fight you, but don't transgress. Indeed, lo, Allah doesn't love transgressors. And Surah Hajj, that is chapter 22, verse 39 states, permission is given to those who are being fought because they have been wronged. And indeed, Allah is competent to support them. So it's possible that this prescription may seem burdensome to you, but you must not let your assumption determine what is good and what is bad. The actual criteria for determining good or bad is the divine knowledge. What might appear to you to be good may be harmful for you, and vice versa. Allah Almighty alone knows what is in reality good or bad. A brief summary of the ruku we have just concluded. In order to flourish, it's essential to respect the signs of Allah through wholehearted obedience. For non-believers, worldly life is very alluring and charming. However, believers strive for ultimate success by avoiding prickles in the way of truth. Mankind was one community, and due to personal interests, they got divided. Allah Almighty sent His prophets along with books to settle their disputes. However, after their departures, their followers developed differences to outdo each other. However, all those people who remained steadfast and were able to resolve their differences of divine laws. To enter the paradise, one has to pass through hardship and difficulties. The purpose is to bring out actual worth and make evident true believers and others. These tests usually include all types of sacrifice. That may be physical, mental, social, and financial. The actual criteria for determining good or bad is the divine knowledge and not the human intellect. May Allah Almighty grant us true understanding of the Holy Quran, and may we act upon it according to the pattern of Allah's beloved Prophet Nabi Pak sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wasallam. Sadaqallahu al-aliyyul azim. Sallallahu ta'ala ala habibihi Muhammadin wa alihi wasallam.